Stay double file.
Guys, as we head out and take this warm-up lap, I wanted to share something really cool with you. So, I've been doing this sim racing thing for a couple years now, and although I'm really passionate about it, I don't think I'm necessarily passionate about the real-life racing, if that makes sense to any of you. But exactly a week ago, I went to my first IMSA GT race. And I finally experienced this car that you see right now running on the track. I saw it running in front of me for 2 days straight at Watkins Glen. And of course I tried to make the connection between what am I doing in the sim and what are these guys doing in real life, because ultimately this simming thing that we do, it's a replication of real life. So super interesting to watch real race car drivers and try to understand how they control the vehicle, and most importantly, what are the lines that they take. So what you are seeing is a video of me coming back and really putting into practice what I learned. Remembering where I saw all the cars, what brake points did they use, what apexes did they really line up for, and I learned a lot in real life. I saw a lot of things that I didn't do correctly, and it helped me. And as you can see here, I think we'll get to it, but I think I finally managed to pull a 151, which is pretty good for me. I was a 155 kind of guy at Watkins Glen. So I'm going to try to narrate a little bit of the things that I learned along the way, but I really hope that you guys get something out of it. I had a blast doing this, and I think I'm an addict. I'm definitely going back to my next GT race. So all right, let's keep going here. All right, so this is how we're gonna do it. You know, as you can see on the left side, you have a top-down view, and you can actually really see me hitting or not hitting the apexes. In the main screen, you'll see the outside camera as well as the inside camera. So I'm gonna try to walk you through what I perceive as a good line, what I saw in real life compared to what I actually used to do. And let's just do a little comparison for the next 2 laps, the what I call the trash laps, the warm-up laps. So please, before we go any further, you have to understand I am an absolute beginner. I am a noob. I am not a professional sim racer. I know nothing about racing, and I can barely describe understeer and oversteer. I know just enough to have fun, and I want to get better just like everybody else. But I am not a professional. I can't say that enough. Some of you will watch this and laugh, and as well as you should, because you're so much better than me. And some of you are probably just as silly as me, and maybe you're gonna learn something. Again, I was there and I saw it. So here we go. As I head towards the start line and go, here we go. The first thing that I noticed, and this is exactly where we camped at the beginning, is these guys are coming around a little bit slower than I thought around this corner, but they go super, super wide. And right now you see me on the rumble strips. I should have went much, much wider. This uphill portion, what struck me about it in real life, it's a lot steeper in real life, but it's very easy. I don't know why I keep hugging the apexes so heavily. These guys were just gently coming through there at full-blown, full speed. Now, on the straightaway, this is killer. Just balls out, and at 300, hard on the brakes, and then hug the inside on the left. And this is exactly what I'm trying to practice here. I did not know that. When we'll get back on the next lap, we'll talk about the bus stop again, but as you come down, this is called the chute or the carousel, I think. As you're coming down to the ankle of the boot, we're gonna make a left, and things are starting to slow down pretty good at this point in real life. I thought this was a hard balls out kind of lap, or part of the track, but it isn't. So as we come around here, you gotta let the car roll and then, you know, get on the throttle. And as you see, sometimes I get a little bit of an oversteer. As we head up, this is what I call the really hard left. All right, here we go. So now this is the really hard one. This is another one that really blew my mind. In this lap, I'm not doing very good, but I used to hit the apex on the left side very, very early. I actually did learn to wait and be gentle, but we'll get back to that corner on the next lap. This was very, very surprising. Another one on the right, the apex. I saw cars go over that apex over multiple times by a full car or 2 car widths over that apex. So here we go again, going across the start line. Hard on the brakes at the 200 mark. Touch the apex on the inside, and the cars would definitely do exactly what you saw right there. In the game, you actually get a penalty for going over track limits, but in real life, that's what they're doing, man. They're going 2 car lengths over. Here we go. Don't struggle too much. You should be pretty much flat out through these turns. Sometimes I back off the throttle, but by the time we're here we go. So bus stop. By 300, I saw them braking super hard. Brake, hug the inside on the right, and then the left immediately. Do not go wide at all. Try to hug these. Complete mess over the rumble strips. Every single car, as you can see in the footage, is just completely a hot mess going over those strips. But hug them as tight as you can. Again, coming down to the ankle of the boot. Just kind of gently let the car roll through here. You would have put some brakes on before, and now as soon as you hit that rumble strip, you're hard on the accelerator again. And again, hard on the brakes and roll through here. Very gently roll. And pick up point right here at the exit, and boom, we're right back on the throttle. As we head up the hill, again, slow. This was not a portion of the track that I studied too much, but this is, I always get a little bit of oversteer through there. And finally, this is that corner that I talked about, the really hard corner right before we get to the pits to the end. 2 corners before the end. So I'm trying to remember what I saw. I'm doing my best to explain. Right here on the right side should have been way over the line, but that's what I've always noticed in real life, that definitely way over the line. All right, here we go. All in on the throttle, preparing for the first turn on the right, hard on the brakes, try to kiss that inside quickly and let the car wind out to the left on the outside. Guys would go way over this rumble strip and then just all out on the throttle again, all the way up this hill. At times I let go just a little bit every so often, but I do not use brakes through here. All out, kiss really tight on the right side, and just let it slowly wind out for the long straightaway. We're going to get a lot of speed here, so by the time you hit 300, as I said, these guys are hard on the brakes. 300, go. Kiss the right side, but quickly smash it on the left. Just stay to the left. Right through here, boom. Just, you got to play the rumble strip game, I call it. Now, we got to go pretty slow through here. As you can see, we're only doing 90, 100 through here. That's actually a little bit too fast. And as I come down for the ankle of the boot, I slow down really hard, kiss the inside, and as much as I can, now I'm really winding it out, let it go to the right over the strips, hard on the accelerator until we get here. Now hard on the brakes, and just kind of wind your way through. This will go on, feels like it goes on forever. You don't have to go as wide as I just did. Guys in real life will keep a little bit tighter there. All right, now, as we come in, the guys would really slow down right here and wind it out all the way to the left over the rumble strips. You see me doing pretty well. I actually stayed inside the track limits. All right, now as we head for this really hard turn on the left side, I used to kiss the apex really early, but in real life, they do it really late, as you can see. Now, this last turn right here, you don't have to put on the brakes. You just kind of get off the accelerator and let it wind out on the right side. Now we go hard on the brakes and kiss the inside on the right and just smash the throttle down. This is it. This is when we get our best lap. And as you can see here, I finally did it at 1:51.33. I know there's a lot more left in there. This is all I had. But here's the interesting part, right? Again, I know you're going to judge me, especially those of you who have a lot of experience. I actually was just having fun filming this last night, not for the purpose of making this movie, but just having fun trying to reminisce about what I saw. And in that heat of the moment, really concentrated, I felt like I did my best. And actually, I was glad I was recording it. That's what you're actually seeing, is me going live on Twitch, messing around, but just my head was in the game. That's where I was mentally. Again, much more left on the bone. As you can see, some guys are pulling 146s. The worst that day that I've seen from a 911 was a 152, and that's pretty damn good for me to get a 151 in comparison. So anyways, now let's quickly move on to seeing that same best lap in bird's eye view. Let's see how that looks. So again, as you're watching this, I can't repeat this enough. I'm not a professional. I'm not trying to pretend to be a professional. I have a minimum understanding of racing, but I am passionate just like the rest of you, and I'm trying to get better. I do want to tell you that I learned a lot from my friends. You know, my buddy Ryan, big shout out to him. He's really good at technically explaining all of these corners and explaining to me how the vehicle reacts and rotates and all that. So I've learned a lot from my friends, again, especially Ryan. But yeah, go out to a race, man. Once you see these cars in real life, it really opens up your mind, and it really just kind of gives you literally a different perspective on how this stuff works. So yeah, please be gentle in the comments. I hope this helps you in some way. If anything, maybe it was just entertaining watching me mumble my way through explaining a very technical course. So anyways, all right, I'll leave you guys alone to enjoy this, and I don't know, give it a like, a quick subscribe, and come back for more content. Love you all.